is on the most talked about technology, that is machine learning and Python. Now, machine learning is perhaps the most happening technology with sudden boom in IT and development organization. This technology has a potential to impact every sector and also functioning of the government, which is incredibly exciting. That's the reason progressive companies and nation is investing in this technology in a big way. Now machine learning has become trending career for a lot of people to follow. The situation is that the industry is experiencing shortage of skilled and qualified professionals. So today we have new attendees from GCG, from CGC, Government of College of Girls Sector 11, and Chitkara and Riyat and Bara College. So before we start with the session, let me just give you a quick, a brief about SPIC organization. SPIC stands for Society for Promotion of IT in Chandigarh, which comes under the aegis of Department of Information Technology. One, with a mandate to implement all the IT policies of Chandigarh administration. Since then, SPIC is playing a key role in executing all the e-governance projects of development of web-based applications, ERP solutions, mobile application development, technical consultancy, networking, and database management solutions. And we also provide technical manpower to the government sector. SPIC started its operation in 2001 with the mandate to create talent pool for the IT industry. And since then, we are conducting industry-aligned high-end training for the students and IT professionals. And we also have a dedicated placement cell which looks into the placement of all our trainees. Apart from that, we also run an incubation center where we nurture young entrepreneurs and startup companies by giving them infrastructure support and conducive environment to grow. We have a state-of-the-art facility which is spread across 1.5 acre in Chandigarh Technology Park, which is next to Infosys campus. Now, friends, outbreak of COVID-19 has changed the dynamics of education sector forever. And now regular conventional classroom has been suspended and has been replaced with virtual classroom, which according to me is the best solution in the present scenario. Now, to make this virtual classroom experience better than conventional classroom, SPIC has also launched its virtual classroom training portal and offering all its IT courses through its state-of-the-art virtual classroom learning. Now, getting on with the session, now I would introduce Mr. Parminder Singh, who has more than 15 years of experience as a faculty, and he is known as hard taskmaster faculty. Now I would request Mr. Parminder to start the session.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Parminder Singh. I'm working as IT faculty at SPIC since 2009. I teach Java and machine learning with Python. When students join me, I ask students why you have opted this particular technology. Some students say that friends suggested. Few say seniors recommended, but very few students tell about actual use of technology. Because all students are not aware about technologies and their usage. There are so many technologies, programming languages, and other tools which are in demand nowadays. And ML is one of them. ML, that stands for machine learning, is getting popularity every day because it is being used in almost every field or product we use in our day-to-day life. So in this session, I will tell you about machine learning, where it is being used so that you are not in sheep walk anymore. So agenda of this webinar is What is AI? AI applications. What is machine learning? Types of machine learning, Python programming, and Python libraries. So before machine learning, I would like to tell you about what is AI. AI, that stands for artificial intelligence. Everybody knows, sabhi ko malum hoga. Artificial means something not natural or created by human. And intelligence means ability to think and understand. We human beings can think, we can understand, and we can take wise decisions wisely. Because हमारे पास ability है सोचने की. But computer or machine always follows instructions given by human. So AI, which is branch of computer science, is aiming at providing human-like intelligence to computers or machines so that machine can perceive its environment and take action that maximizes the chance of achieving its goal without human intervention. So there are so many applications of AI, so many applications. I will tell you about few ones. Artificial intelligence has made its way into a number of areas like gaming. Let's say two human beings are playing chess on chessboard. Both can think and make their best moves so that they can win against each other. But let's say if a human playing chess video game where opponent is computer के against खेल रहे हैं, you can think or human can think and make best moves where AI helps the machine to think large number of possible and best moves that increases the chances of victory of machine against human. So AI is playing an important role in gaming. Another field where AI is being used, that is natural language processing. Today we have electronic gadgets that understand what we say. For example, Siri or Google Alexa. So let's say if we have Alexa, मेरे पास Alexa है, or you have Alexa, you say that play XYZ music for me. Alexa plays that for you. If you say search something, Alexa does that for you. Because Alexa is AI powered software that can understand what human says. Handwriting recognition is another application of AI. For example, you have a touch screen phone with stylus. Using stylus, you draw something on your phone screen and AI powered software converts that drawn thing into text. Vision systems. There are so many vision systems. For example, if something happens or some crime happens in a city, police uses vision system to trace criminal. They tell a person to make sketch of the criminal, and vision system helps to match that sketch with the images that department has in the databases. So AI has so many applications. Almost in every field, we are using AI in some way, right? So AI is aiming at acquiring and applying knowledge to increase chance of success. There's another branch or sub branch of AI, that is ML, that is aiming at increasing accuracy. AI is aiming at making machines intelligent. Machines को intelligent बनाना है, intelligence देनी है. The main factor to be intelligent or knowledgeable is learning. If I want to be knowledgeable, I want to be more intelligent. What I'll do, I will learn. So here machine learning comes into picture. So now let's start with machine learning. Machine learning, that is a branch of AI. Machine learning provides systems the ability to learn and improve from experience without explicitly programmed. Like I'm telling you now that machine learning provides the ability to learn and improve from experience without explicitly programmed. I taught same thing to my students, and one student asked me that are we not supposed to write any code? He got confused about my statement, which is without explicitly program. So mind में ये आया कि हमें कोडिंग करने की क्या जरूरत नहीं है. I told him that if we are supposed to make house price prediction software for Chandigarh and we are using traditional programming approach, तो हम क्या करेंगे? Firstly, we will do market survey और हम वहां के लोगों से पूछेंगे. और let's say we are asking property dealers के सेक्टर 2 उसके में एक XYZ एरिया का कोई घर है तो उसका प्राइस कितना है. So we will ask many people. We will collect the data. After collecting data, as per collected data, we will make software and we will put rules using if else. For example, we have collected data and we have coded something using some XYZ programming. If there is a house in sector 22 and area of house is 100 square yard, then the price will be 75 lakhs or price is 75 lakhs. Somebody has told us. If sector is 22 and area is 120 square yard, then the price would be 90 lakhs. For current situation, for today, this solution might work fine. But after 10 years down from now, the price of 100 square yard house in sector 22 won't be 75 lakhs. But our system will predict 75 lakhs. Programs with such hard-coded rules known as explicitly programmed. But we need software that can look at past data and predict accurate result. To make such programs or software, we use machine learning techniques. In machine learning, we create models. We train the model using training data. Training data is experience. For example, एक छोटा बच्चा है. When that kid starts walking और थोड़ा सा तेज चलने की कोशिश करता है, वो गिर जाता है. नेक्स्ट टाइम वॉक करता है थोड़ा सा फास्ट, अगेन गिर जाता है. दैट किड कीप द थिंग्स इन माइंड. फिर वो सीखता है दैट व्हेनेवर आई एम ट्राइंग टू वॉक फास्ट आई गेट फॉल. वो अपने उस एक्सपीरियंस को यूज करता है सीखने के लिए. सिमिलरली मशीन यूजेस existing data to train itself, to improve itself. and can make predictions of some new data. Existing data in machine learning is called as training data, and the data for which we want to make some predictions, that is called as test data. There are many types of machine learning. Mainly there are three types, which are supervised machine learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is used for score prediction, to know whether an email is spam or not, fraud detection. Unsupervised learning for image recognition, face recognition, or text mining, means extracting something useful from text. Reinforcement learning is used in gaming or robot navigation. So I will explain you these types one by one. Let's start with supervised machine learning. As its name says, presence of supervisor or teacher means someone gives you training and then assign you some job. Supervised machine learning algorithms work with labeled data. Means you have some data points as well as correct answers with each set of data points. I explain you this thing with an example. For example, as you can see, there is an image of fruits. We have a basket of fruits. Fruits है हमारे पास एक basket में. I teach you that if there is a fruit which is red, shape is round, and there is a depression at top, तो वो एक apple है. तो मैं उस fruit पे apple लिख देता हूँ. Then I pick another fruit from the basket which is yellow or green and shape is curve, cylindrical curve. So I say that is banana. तो उस पे हम banana लिख देते हैं. Then again I pick another fruit which is round in shape, color is red and depression at top. I say that is an apple. तो जितने भी फ्रूट्स हैं बास्केट में, उन सभी पे हम लिख देंगे वो कौन से हैं. तो हर एक फ्रूट पे लिखा गया जो है वो उसका आंसर है. उसे हम कहेंगे लेबल्ड डेटा. After giving you training, after telling you about each and every fruit, about their shapes, I give you one more fruit and I want you to recognize that fruit. So by using your previous knowledge, you can easily recognize the new fruit. In this example, fruits in basket with their names are labeled data points. ऐसा ही कुछ हमारे मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम्स डेटा के साथ काम करते हैं. Well, now let's move to unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning algorithms work without any prior knowledge. The task of unsupervised machine learning algorithms is to divide data points into groups. We keep on putting data points or items in different groups, so-called clusters, on the basis of their similarities or differences. I explain you this unsupervised learning with same example. For example, we have a basket of fruits, but now fruits are not labeled. मतलब आपको मालूम नहीं है कि एक फ्रूट है जिसका कलर रेड है, which is round and there is a depression at top, तो वो एप्पल है. There is no knowledge. Without any prior knowledge, you are supposed to group the fruits. So what you do, you pick one fruit which is red in shape red in color, shape is round, and there is depression at top. So you keep that fruit in another basket named B1. You pick another one more fruit that is also red, round, shape is round, and depression at top. You keep this one with previous one, means basket B1 उसमें रख देते हैं. फिर आप एक और फ्रूट उठाते हैं जिसका कलर येलो या ग्रीन है, शेप इज कर्विंग सिलेंडर, और आप उसे बास्केट B2 में डाल देते हैं. सो यू डू दिस स्टेप फॉर ईच फ्रूट विच आर इन बास्केट. That is unsupervised learning. On the basis of similarities or differences, you keep on putting items into different clusters. Unsupervised learning is very useful when a large number of data is to be divided into smaller groups, because it becomes easy to analyze those groups or decide what to do next. Third one is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is about taking suitable action to collect rewards. If collecting positive rewards, that means going towards achieving goal. In reinforcement learning, there is an agent that decides what to do next to complete given task. Agent decide करता है ये on the basis of rewards collected. जो rewards उसे मिले हैं उस पर decide करते हैं क्या next हमें action perform से करना है. So it is completely bound to learn from its experience. Let's understand this with an example of autonomous car. Firstly, I tell you what is autonomous car. An autonomous car is a vehicle capable of sensing its environment and operating without human involvement. A human passenger is not required at all to take control of vehicle at any time. और ये भी जरूरी नहीं है कि कार में पैसेंजर हो. That is an autonomous car. और हम जिन्हें सेल्फ ड्राइविंग कार्स भी कहते हैं. In reinforcement learning, there are 5 elements. They are agent, environment, state, action, and reward. What is agent? Agent is system inside car that takes the car from one point to its destination without human intervention. That is agent. Now, environment. Environment क्या है? Roads, obstacles, traffic lights, or other vehicles on the road. All these things come in under environment. Now, state. मैं बात कर रहा हूं कार की. A car can be in stopped state or in moving state. So that is present condition of car. Either it can be stopped or moving. Now, when car changes its state, how? Definitely using an action. So action is something that changes the state of the car or an object. So let's say when car is at traffic lights, signal green हो जाता है, but car does not move. So vehicles behind that car will start blowing horn. So those horns are rewards for this system inside car. But those rewards are negative rewards. So this system inside car, that is so-called agent, learns that when signal is green, I am supposed to move. Right. Let's say now car is moving. Some obstacles are there. Those obstacles can be speed breaker. There can be a leaf in the air. So let's say there is a leaf in air. और जो सिस्टम है उसे सेंस करता है दैट देयर इज सम डेंजर और कार एकदम से रुक जाती है. Then there could be chances that vehicles coming from behind can hit the car. So if some car hits our autonomous car, that is a negative reward. But if car is moving and reaches at its destination safely, that is positive reward. So system keeps on learning from itself with the rewards collecting and keeps on improving itself. So that is reinforcement learning. Now let's discuss the techniques of supervised and unsupervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning uses regression and classification. Unsupervised uses clustering and association. I will start discussing now regression. Regression is a statistical approach.
Mr. Parminder, I just want sorry to interrupt you. There is one Barka Das who wanted you to please explain the unsupervised learning. He wanted to explain, again unsupervised learning. Can you?
In next slide, I will definitely explain unsupervised learning.
Okay. Thank you.
So regression is a statistical approach technique that is used to find the relationship between two or more variables. It is supervised machine learning technique. Using regression technique, the system tries to predict a value of an input based on previous information. So using regression technique, what we do, we plot all the training data points, means data which we have with us. We plot all the data points, training points or observations on graph and draw a line that better fits all the training data point. As you can see in the slide, मैंने एक ग्राफ बनाया हुआ है. All the are data or observations. So we try to draw a line that better fits to all the points. After drawing this regression line, we have some new data point. हम उसे plot करते हैं. So using this regression line, we can predict value for that. Okay. So for example, I have data of 4 houses. There is a house जिसका area 900 square feet है. There are 2 rooms. Age is 5-year-old and price is 15 lakhs. 1100 square feet, then rooms 3, age 4 years and price is 18 lakhs. Regression technique will use this data to train itself, or we will create a model जो खुद को इस data से train करेगा. And after giving training to itself or learning from this data, the model will be able to predict price of a house जिसका area 100 square feet है, जिसके rooms 2 हैं and age is 9 years. Regression is used to come up with quantitative result. The quantitative result, house of price, stock price, match score, temperature, etc. कुछ भी हो सकता है. So it is widely used technique. Okay. Now, let's talk another technique of supervised machine learning. That is classification. Machine learning classification algorithms are used to predict category, not a quantitative result. Always gives categorical result. For example, insurance agents of XYZ company meet customers and they explain their product or plan. कुछ एजेंट्स है किसी कंपनी के, वो कस्टमर्स को मिलते हैं, उनके जो जो प्लान्स हैं, उनके जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, उन्हें एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. बट कंपनी कीप्स रिकॉर्ड ऑफ बोथ कस्टमर्स, उनके भी जिन्होंने प्रोडक्ट परचेज किया और उनका रिकॉर्ड भी जिन्होंने परचेज नहीं किया. ठीक है. नो लेट्स सपोज कंपनी गेट्स डेटा ऑफ मोर कस्टमर्स जिन्हें कभी अटेंड नहीं किया गया, उनका डेटा मिलता है. नाउ मशीन लर्निंग क्लासिफिकेशन टेक्निक कैन हेल्प द कंपनी कि वो किन कस्टमर्स को अटेंड करें या नहीं करें ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ प्रायर नॉलेज. जैसे आप स्लाइड्स में देख सकते हैं कि हमारे पास जो कस्टमर्स हैं उनकी एज और उन्होंने इंश्योरेंस परचेज की या नहीं, वो डेटा है. अ पर्सन हुज एज इज 27 years बॉट यस, पर्सन एज 20 उसने बाय नहीं किया, 19 नॉट बाइंग, 24 यस बाइंग. ठीक है. अब एक हमारे पास 22 है. ठीक है. सो हम प्रीवियस डेटा के बेसिस पे प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हैं कि वो बाय करेगा या नहीं करेगा. ठीक है. कि जिनकी एज कम है, ठीक है, दे डोंट नो द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ इंश्योरेंस, बट एज यू आर ग्रोइंग, यू आर बिकमिंग मोर मेच्योर, यू नो द इंपॉर्टेंस, तो हम परचेज करते हैं. सो जो कंपनी के पास डेटा है उसको यूज करके लर्निंग, मशीन लर्निंग क्लासिफिकेशन टेक्निक कैन प्रिडिक्ट कि कौन से कस्टमर परचेज करेंगे प्रोडक्ट आपका, कौन से नहीं करेंगे. जो हमारी क्लासिफिकेशन होती है दैट ऑलवेज प्रिडिक्ट्स ईदर यस नो और 0 1, ट्रू फॉल्स और मल्टीपल कैटेगरीज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेटा है हमारे पास सिटीजन्स का. ठीक है. प्रीवियस डेटा को देख के पता लगाया जा सकता है कि अगर वोटिंग हो रही है तो वोटर किस पार्टी को वोट करेगा. विल वोट फॉर बीजेपी, विल वोट फॉर कांग्रेस, आप और सम another party. Means predict some one particular category, does not give quantitative result. Classification is used to find whether an email is spam or not, or to find the bank loan is guaranteed, या फिर ये पता लगाया जा सकता है if somebody is coming to bank for loan, क्या वो फ्रॉड तो नहीं करेगा या नहीं करेगा या नहीं करेगा. To identify if a student is appearing for some exam, will pass or fail, depends कि वो कितना टाइम स्टडी कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है. सो ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए यूज की जाती है क्लासिफिकेशन टेक्निक that comes under supervised machine learning. Classification technique also uses labeled data. So here age 27 bought yes means age है उसके सामने है कि उसने परचेज किया है. So that is labeled data. That is answer. Okay. So now I'm moving to unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised learning, I'm explaining again. Unsupervised learning works with unlabeled data. Unlabeled means there's no answer attached with data points. जैसे रिग्रेशन में हमारे पास डेटा है, we have data of houses, area, number of rooms, age, and we have price, right? So that price is answer. But in unsupervised learning, we have just data points. We have data, but no correct answers attached with data points. Okay. सो कॉल्ड क्लस्टर्स, उनकी सिमिलैरिटीज या डिफरेंसेस के बेसिस पे। क्लस्टरिंग कैन बी यूज फॉर मेनी एप्लीकेशंस सच एज, जैसे कहें डॉक्यूमेंट्स क्लासिफिकेशन, हमारे पास डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, उनके डिफरेंट एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं, उनमें डेटा क्या है, उनको कैटेगराइज किया जा सकता है, उनकी क्लस्टरिंग की जा सकती है। कस्टमर सेगमेंटेशन, कस्टमर को अलग अलग ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया जा सकता है। रिकमेंडेशन इंजन, रिकमेंडेशन इंजन क्रिएट किए जाते हैं यूजिंग क्लस्टरिंग टेक्निक। सो आई एम गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन इंजन। Recommendation engine or engines use clustering technique to recommend items or products to customer. In this slide, I have data of 4 viewers. Let's say these are 4 viewers of Netflix who have watched some movies. As you can see, कि जो user 1 है, that is similar to user 4. User 1 has watched movies Avatar, Titanic, Woody, and Newton. User 2 has watched movie Titanic and Terminator. User 1 and user 2 are similar, but they have watched just one movie, same movie, right? But whereas user 4 and user 1, they are more similar, right? Because they have watched two same movies. Netflix recommendation engine looks for users' behavior. Recommendation engine uses using clustering technique and grouping users on the basis of their behavior. जैसे दो clusters बने, cluster 1 and cluster 2. cluster 1 में user 1 and user 4 रखा गया क्योंकि उन्होंने सेम मूवीज देखी हुई हैं। cluster 2 में user 2 and 3 है बिकॉज उन्होंने दो मूवीज सेम देखी हैं। अब दो clusters बन गए। Now let's say user 1 is logging in or using Netflix. Netflix will recommend some movies to user 1, movies which have been watched by user 4. ऐसे ही user 4 को वो movies recommend करेगा जो user 1 ने देखी हैं। So that is role of clustering. Okay, so this technique is called as collaborative filtering. Second technique of unsupervised machine learning is association. Association is used to observe frequently occurring patterns. It is called as market basket analysis and association rule mining also. It is mainly used by retailers to increase their sale. Basically, association rule mining tries to find frequently occurring patterns from transactional database. And sequential frequent pattern. जिनमें उनके पास रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, वट एवर दे आर selling milk, that customer is buying bread also. So उन्होंने ये जो कॉम्बिनेशन है, they found this combination more times. बहुत बार उन्हें मिला ये कॉम्बिनेशन। तो यहां पे जो मिल्क है, that is known as antecedent, and the item found in combination with that antecedent, that is known as consequent. तो उन्होंने देखा कि ये कॉम्बिनेशन रिपीट हो रहा है, इट इज अकरिंग फ्रीक्वेंटली, ठीक है। सो दैट्स आइटम सेट फ्रीक्वेंट पैटर्न। उन्होंने वहां पे उसको एनालाइज किया and they found that when a customer is buying a computer, a laptop, उसे परचेज करने के बाद कस्टमर परचेज करता है एंटीवायरस, और कस्टमर बाय माइक और गेम और सम others another software like MS Office, मींस आफ्टर बाइंग कंप्यूटर बाइंग एंटीवायरस। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि किसी ने लैपटॉप परचेज नहीं किया एंड बाइंग एंटीवायरस। That is sequence, sequential pattern means first the person buying a laptop or computer and then going to buy an antivirus. So that is known as sequential frequent pattern. So association helps to find these frequent patterns. Now, let's say we have implemented association, and that association mining rule gives us frequent patterns that can be item set or can be sequential pattern. अब उसका एक organization, एक company को क्या benefit होगा? Company knows that whenever a customer is coming to buy milk, will definitely buy bread. एक तो वो उनका जो number of जो उसका ऑर्डर प्लेस करेंगे, नंबर ऑफ आइटम जितना वो मिल्क रखेंगे, दे विल ट्राई के उतने ही ब्रेड्स वो परचेज करें, एंड दे विल ट्राई टू कीप देम टुगेदर। जिससे फायदा क्या होगा? कुड बी दैट वन कस्टमर इज कमिंग टू बाय जस्ट मिल्क, बट देयर आर चांसेस व्हेन टू थिंग्स आर केप्ट टुगेदर एट वन प्लेस, चांसेस है कि वो ब्रेड भी परचेज करेगा। ओके, सो दैट इंक्रीजेस द सेल ऑफ द कंपनी और ऑफ अ shopkeeper or any store, right? Second thing, sequential pattern. Now, जैसे मैंने example दी that we are entering or in Chroma store, electronic store, that is. Now, Chroma guys, Chroma people know that when a customer has bought a laptop, after buying laptop or computer, customer like to purchase antivirus. So what they will do, they will keep laptop in one corner, let's say north corner of their in their store, and antiviruses जो है वो कहाँ रखेंगे? साउथ कॉर्नर में रख देंगे, ठीक है। नाउ यू माइट बी थिंकिंग व्हाई लैपटॉप्स इन वन कॉर्नर नॉर्थ एंड एंटीवायरस इन साउथ, ठीक है। लेट्स से लैपटॉप परचेज किया which is kept in north corner of the store. Now a person wants to buy antivirus and moving towards the south corner जा रहा है, so they can keep other products in between, उसके बीच में और प्रोडक्ट्स रख सकते हैं, like mic, like earphones or games, right, printer, scanner. So उससे क्या होगा? उनकी सेल इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, right? This is the reason association is known as market basket analysis. Today, if we are using Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal, any online shopping site we are visiting, and if we buy a phone, when you buy a phone, that application starts showing you earphones, phone cover or screen guard, because उनके पास वो पैटर्न है that when a customer is buying phone, तो वो हमेशा क्या परचेज कर रहे हैं? फोन कवर परचेज करते हैं, या फिर उनका स्क्रीन गार्ड परचेज करते हैं, या ईयरफोन्स परचेज करते हैं. सो एसोसिएशन इज मोस्टली यूज्ड बाय retailers to increase their sales, right? So this is what I have explained about machine learning, its different types, its different techniques, right? So now I will talk about Python. Python is an object-oriented programming language that was developed by Guido van Rossum. We know that whenever you see some advertisement or on internet you see a course about machine learning, maximum time you'll find machine learning with Python. Why? Why we prefer Python? Firstly, I tell you what Python can do. Using Python, we can create web applications using framework named Django. जैसे हमारे पास साइट्स हैं Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal और any another website you visit or you use. ऐसी वेब एप्लीकेशंस बना सकते हैं हम पाइथन के फ्रेमवर्क को यूज करके जिसका नेम है Django. Using Python, we can create desktop application. Desktop application जैसे नोटपैड है जिसे हम पहले इंस्टॉल करते हैं, MS Word, PowerPoint. So these are desktop applications. Python से ये एप्लीकेशन बनाई जा सकती हैं. Python has different frameworks जैसे TK-Inter, WX-Python and PyGUI. Using Python, you can connect to different types of databases. You can read the databases, you can modify them, you can read files. सभी काम कर सकते हैं हम using Python. Using Python, you can handle huge amount of data and you can perform various complex mathematical operations. Python can be used for extracting, means reading data, extracting, cleaning and analyzing data. That's what Python can do. There are a lot of more things. Now, why Python? Why we prefer? These things Python can do. Why? Python works on different platforms. If we have Windows operating system, so there is installer of Python available for Windows. Python can be installed on Mac, Linux, Raspberry, and many more other operating systems. Python is preferred because Python has simple syntax, which is similar to English language. Like in C, C++, Java, when we write code, we use some punctuations, we use symbols, but in Python, we use simple English words. So that is very easy to learn and that is very readable. Python has syntax that allows developers to write code with programs with few lines of code, right? You write less code, but that code does much more things for you. I explain you this with two examples. Here I have two code snippets. Whenever you make a program, we process some values. Values store करते हैं हम variables में. For multiple variables, we use arrays. In Python, those arrays are called as lists. So in this code one, the first line where I have written sold items. So that is a list of 5 items. Now, let's say in this list, I want to know that some XYZ item exists in this or does not exist. So if you are using some another programming language, let's say C#, Java or C++, then how we will come up with that? We will write a loop. We will compare the item for which we are looking for with every item in the list. हर एक आइटम के साथ कंपेयर करना पड़ेगा, तब कहीं हम जाके पता लगा सकते हैं कि हम एक आइटम, लेट्स से प्रिंटर की मैंने बात की कि वो लिस्ट में है या नहीं. बट इन पाइथन इट इज वेरी सिंपल. यू राइट इफ प्रिंटर इन योर लिस्ट, तो हमें पता चल जाएगा वो है या नहीं. So it uses very simple, clean, readable format, readable code, right? Another thing, second example, the code 2, there I have an array that has some numbers. From those numbers, I want to access, or I need numbers which are more than 100. So by using just greater than symbol, that comparison operator, we will get all the values from the array which are more than 100. Whereas in other programming languages, you will write loop, you will compare every value with 100. जो 100 से ज्यादा होंगी, you will put those values into another array, फिर उस नए array को हम use करेंगे. जबकि हमारे पास Python का जो syntax है, that allows us to do lot more with less code. Right? Okay. So syntax is one thing that why we prefer Python language. Apart from this, Python libraries. Python library एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन है जो लाइब्रेरीज हैं कि जिसकी वजह से Python लैंग्वेज प्रेफर की जाती है फॉर डेटा साइंस और मशीन लर्निंग. These libraries are nothing. These libraries has some, each library has some classes and classes में क्या है, functions हैं जो हमें help करते हैं कोई भी एक given task को perform करने में. Okay? So let's talk about NumPy. Firstly, NumPy and Pandas. NumPy, that stands for numerical Python. It allows us to create multi-dimensional array that can hold a number of elements. That we can do with any other programming language. But NumPy, numerical Python, provides various methods or functions that can be used to produce useful information. Like you need mean, median, mode, you need sum of items, you need maximum value of from an array. So by using just one method, you will get the result. You won't be supposed to write code for each and everything. NumPy is often used with sklearn and matplotlib. NumPy is good enough, but it does not have much functions for data extraction, data cleaning, and statistical operations. For this reason, another library named Panda or Pandas was introduced that is built on top of NumPy. Means Pandas जो है internally NumPy को ही use कर रहा है to store data. Pandas stand for panel data. It deals with 3 data structures. They are series, data frame, and panel. Using Pandas, you can read data from text files, CSV files if we have, Excel files, or you can read data from databases. Not only reading data. Once you have read data from any of the data source you have, you can write data back to this data source with less lines of code. Using Pandas, you can clean, manipulate, and analyze your data. Once we have extracted data, cleaned it, manipulated, and analyzed, we have got some useful information. Now, let's say if we want to present it to the user for presentation purpose, we use Python's another library known as Matplotlib. Matplotlib is one library that is used to plot graphs based on the data. Using Matplotlib, we can draw column charts, bar charts, pie, line, histogram, or we can create a scattered graph. Visually presented data जो होता है हमारा, data visualization, data visually presented है, that helps us to analyze data easily. Let's say we have data of 10 employees of an organization जो कुछ प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रहे हैं. अगर उनका डेटा रोज कॉलम फॉर्मेट में जो हेड ऑफ कंपनी है उसे प्रेजेंट किया जाए, then it will be a bit difficult for that head to analyze the data. बट अगर वही डेटा ग्राफिकल फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट किया जाए, लेट्स से कॉलम चार्ट में प्रेजेंट कर दिया गया, सो इजीली एनालाइज किया जा सकता है कि विच एम्प्लॉय परफॉर्म्ड बेटर, किस सबसे ज्यादा सेल है, राइट? सो मैटप्लॉट is another library of Python that is used for presentation purpose. Now, let's talk about sklearn. I told you about machine learning different types, and different techniques. You can implement machine learning's any technique in any programming language. If I talk about regression, you can implement regression technique in Java, in C, in C++, you can do, right? We are supposed to drive some results, right? We can do that mathematically, right? Why Python is preferred? Because of its libraries. Python की एक library है named sklearn. This sklearn library, that stands for scikit-learn, it has various classes. There are various functions जिनमें supervised, unsupervised machine learning algorithms जो हैं, उनकी different techniques जो हैं, they are implemented in form of classes. Let's say if you are supposed to classify some data, to do that classification, you won't be supposed to write code. You will simply create an object of sklearn class. You will provide your data to that class. जिस डेटा को हम कहते हैं ट्रेनिंग डेटा, मींस हम पहले ट्रेन करते हैं. आफ्टर गिविंग ट्रेनिंग यू प्रोवाइड टेस्ट डेटा, मींस जिसको आप क्लासिफाई करना चाहते हैं, that to which particular category this belongs. So that sklearn library do that for you. Hope everybody had got this thing, what I have taught or told you. Now, ML scope. Machine learning has huge scope because it is being used in almost every field, every product we are using nowadays. ML is being used in robotics engineering, automobile industry, like I talked about, autonomous car, healthcare, electronics. We have gadgets, phones, right? So वहां पे हमारे पास Alexa है, जहां हमारे पास iPhone, we have Siri software. It is used by weather forecasting department or in stock market. So there is huge scope. Day by day, jobs of machine learning increasing, right? So SPIC has started virtual classroom courses for our all courses. We have started for machine learning. We have long-term and short-term course from 60 to 240 hours. During this course, we teach Python, SQL Server, and machine learning. So the one who wants to join can visit our site spicindia.com and you can register online. Okay. After completion of your training, you will get 2 certificates. One is course certificate and one is project certificate. The course certificate will be signed by Director of Information Technology, Chandigarh Administration. We provide placement assistance also. Well, if you join machine learning course, so we will teach you these things. We start with basics of Python, GUI development using Python tkinter, database programming, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, sklearn, web scraping. Web scraping is a technique used to extract data from web pages. Data analysis, implementing machine learning algorithms and recommendation engine development. We have started live interactive classes where you will be taught by teacher. We won't be playing any recorded lectures. Students will be able to interact with faculty at any time. We provide study material to every trainee. The trainee who wants to work on live projects and has ability, we assign live projects. Okay, and we conduct online tests also. If you have any query, any doubt, anyone of you have, you can contact us on number given in this slide, or you can send email on kaleemfromspik@gmail.com, or you can write to me on parminderfromspik@gmail.com. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Parminder sir. Now we are open for the floor is open for the queries. Any queries anybody has can ask us right now. Tanuja Chaudhary has raised her hand. Mr. Amlan, can you unmute Tanuja? I think she has raised her hand. Ishmita Maria is there. Priyanshu is there.
You can speak now.
Yes, you can ask your Tanuja, you have been unmuted. You can ask your question. Ishmita, you have been unmuted. You can ask your question.
Is Python enough for machine learning?
Can you repeat your question once again, Ashmita?
Is Python enough for machine learning?
Mr. Parminder?
Yeah, Python is preferred language, right? But with only Python, you can't implement machine learning. There are some frameworks about which I have told you. You need to learn. During our course, we teach those like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and sklearn. We need to learn these.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Tanuja Chaudhary, do you have any question? Amanjot Singh is there. Amlan, can you unmute Amanjot Singh? I guess he wants to ask some question. Yes, Amanjot, you can ask your question now.
Oh, sir.
Yes, Amanjot.
He's not having any questions, Sandy. You can.
Okay, he doesn't have any question. Ankush Jaryal. Okay, anybody who wants to ask a question can also reconnect with us after this session also. You can note down the numbers and email IDs.